Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. First carry now. This is Johnson. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Josh Rosen. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Great 15, great 15.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ram.
Now wins. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10.
82, 82.
Wentz now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll toss it to Ajayi. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
throwing is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Corey Peters in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash mark. This a 43-yard attempt. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Rosen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield. field at the 49. Derek Barnett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 10. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st down, Wentz. Finding room at the 30. Wide open receiver complete. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Working from the gun, Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Play action. Now Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, it's Rosen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Shorty.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Man 5-7. Go. 20.
They run with Ajayi. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on 1st down. Wentz going to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Lion. Good chip.
Here's Ajayi. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Wentz drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Good chip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Shotgun now for Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Lion. Rip.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On second down, here's Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Ajayi. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
It's almost been a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, 3rd quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll begin the drive with a jolly. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now it's a Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Hauschka with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out come the Eagles. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Wentz now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 59 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll run it here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And now nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun! Over!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go with a ground attack here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big run there by Johnson. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They stay on the ground on 1st for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now it's him carry for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.